live for a Sunday as per usual. What's been happening this week? Well, we saw our two Frenchmen go off on their merry way back to, I think they were going to the Philippines actually, and so they've headed down the way and trying to move some corn straw now that it's nice and dry in the paddocks, or drying out slowly but surely. And other than that, trying to take a little bit steadier. But yeah, still moving corn straw bales, trying to spread a little bit. All the fun of the farm. If you haven't looked into it yet, we've had a few merchandise orders tonight, so thank you very much for that, anyone who's ordered one. If you're still looking for hoodies, it's getting cold, I keep saying. Hoodies are very good, very comfortable, and they are $65 on the website. Pretty good value, I think. Usually you'll pay $80 for a regular hoodie. So yeah. Let me just close that door so we can quiet down a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. Just having a few adjustments in the room here. Hey Bradley, what's going on, man? The corn bales sold? Yes, they are mostly sold at the moment. We may have some wetter bales being baled at the moment, or very soon. They will have had a little bit of weather damage about them. Hopefully we can get those baled up as well, and yeah, there may be some more come up. If you're interested, hit me up at andrew@narrain.com.au if you're really desperate for bales. We might be able to get you a couple of wet loads or something. Yeah, just keeping busy, Brad. Yeah, trying to keep busy. I think my young fella's trying to break in here again. What else has been going on? It's been a bit of a slow week here at Narrain Grain, if I'm being honest with you, which has been good. Watch the young one play netball yesterday. They have remained undefeated in the under 13, so that's pretty good so far. They've only got one more team to beat, and then now they will be undefeated for now, so that's good. That was very good yesterday. Young fellas playing in the background here. What's everyone else up to? Give us a rundown, start us your questions, whatever you are up to, and I'll try and answer them. Might be a bit of a quieter night tonight. Yeah. Just having a bit of a look what's going on here on the channel dashboard. I haven't done any endings for my videos for a little while, so I should probably go ahead and do that while I'm having a bit of a chat. Yes, hit us up with any questions you got. Oh, the other thing this week, actually, I did a podcast with the Farms Advice podcast, so hopefully that'll be out this week. There was a piece of it come up on the Farmer Fridays he did on Friday. It sounded really good, for me anyway. So I was pretty excited about that. Hopefully we've got, so Farms Advice, and I'm hoping to do something with the Catch My Drift boys very soon. I think they're coming down in July, so we might see something around then. That'd be really good, because I've been following those blokes for a while, as I've also been listening to the Farms Advice podcast for a little while as well. So yeah, could be very good, I think. I'm really enjoying the Catch My Drift blokes. They're doing a pretty good job for a fairly young podcast, I reckon. Let's have a bit of a look here, make sure my ending's going to be right. Got any questions, guys, hit me up. Otherwise, you could be a little bit of a boring one for everyone at home. What else has been happening this week? We cleaned up the 9250. It's finished with its corn. Probably the last time we're going to see the red headers on the farm working for a fair while, I'd say. So that will be a bit different. yeah, a little bit sad really. I haven't had, I've only ever driven red ones for years and years, and now we're going to 2 green ones, so that will be a bit sad for us, having had so much time with the red headers. It's a bloody good hoodie actually, Jordan. You should get me another one. Yeah, if anyone wants to become clients for Optimus Ag, tell them Andy sent you and that Eddie, my brother, owes him a hoodie. He owes me a hoodie, is what I'm saying. What are you doing tonight, Jordo? Tell us what you're up to, brother. Yeah, he said that. I told him to order me I think this is 5XL. I told him to order 5XL because I really like this one. It's really good. They're a good colour. I could do one of my own in this colour actually. I do like the writing on the side too. Ag Consultancy. Oh, yeah. What do you think? Give us a critique, Jordo. What do you think of the latest video? I'm just putting the ending on it now. You can tell me if the ending's any good, if you make it that far. We need to put an ending on that one too. Can only do the endings from the actual, from the video itself. Specific video, I want to do that one there. Yeah, I can only do it from the computer, so I can't do it on the app, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But here we are. If you come in here and do it once a week, it's not so bad. Here's some of any questions you got, guys. Don't be shy. Anything harvesting, sowing, seeding. We did a bit of a roundup of all the different seeders that are on offer at the moment on TikTok last week. It was quite successful. Nice pink cup there. We've done some autonomous tractor talk on TikTok. If you want to hear about autonomous stuff, we can do that. Whatever you want to hear about. Otherwise, just you can check me out on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Send us a like, send us a comment. It all helps the algorithm for me. So that's really good. This newest one's going. What are we up to? Nearly 1,000 views, I think. How's the extension on the spreader go? I never actually heard the final result on how much it got in there, but I think it was well over 4 tonne. Paddy reckon it was 5,800 litres, I think. So 5,800, yeah, it's going to be just shy of 5 tonne, probably more like 4.5 tonne. So I think that'll be pretty good, really. But I never heard the final result. Joe didn't send us any Snapchat, so I'm not sure what's going on. What's the plans for the week ahead? So plans at this stage is I'm going to continue carting some straw bales tomorrow. And then probably go on to sowing for a couple of paddocks. I think I've got 3 paddocks completely uncovered now. All the bales are taken off them, so I've got at least 200 hectares to sow, I suppose. So I'm going to go and do that a little bit later on in the week and hopefully get some rain. Coming the end of this week, I think the 6th of January. June, I should say, not January. Saturday. Let's have a look while we're sitting here, Oh, look, I've already got it tabbed. What do we look at? So 3 Friday, 6 Saturday. Could be handy. If I can get them 200 hectares in, I'll be doing pretty good. I think I want to shift a few more bales off the paddock before then too. Just quietly. So that's the plan. Sowing, seeding, baling, raking, shifting bales and a few loads of grain to go out. So plenty to keep us entertained anyway. And because I've just lost me 2 backpackers like I mentioned at the start, it's going to be all hands on deck, 100%. Hey there, C. Henderson. What's happening in WA? You getting any rain over there? You any relation to the Hendersons over here by chance? We've got my next door neighbour's a maiden Henderson, I think. Just having a bit of a look back on the YouTube here again. Yeah, so that's the plan for the week. Hopefully we can sail some of them paddocks. I'm a little bit nervous because the last time they tried, my carter wheels on the front were building up with a fair bit of trash and mud in the scrapers. So maybe a case we need to bust open the top and let it dry out a little bit. Hoping we don't need to get to that stage though. It's usually pretty good, but there's just so much straw and stuff left over after the baling that I'm just not sure how that's really going to go. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll soon find out. What's the thoughts on the boss seater? So the boss seat is really good. I think I get this question every single live I do, which is good. I get it. They're a good. It's a good question, and a lot of people are like them. I'll tell you the best part about it all. The bus seat is good. Don't get me wrong. Their backup service is second to none. They are the best of the best. So I haven't found another manufacturer that does as good a job at backing up their product and doing it for free most of the time, unless it's a perishable part. Like if you actually have an issue, which we've had one or two on that seater, they've backed it up and they've generally tried to look after us as well. So no issues with Boss's backup. The seater itself is quite good. It's a little bit heavy, but it's absolutely magic in the paddock. A little bit cumbersome on the road because it is very wide. What do you need, Marky?
I wanted to say hi.
All right, Marky wants to say hi, everybody.
Hi.
This is my young fella, Marky. I don't know. Well, you were in the first YouTube with me, weren't
Yeah.
you? We haven't had you back on the YouTube yet. I need to get you back out on the farm.
Yeah, but I can't get them at school.
Yes. Sad reacts only. You could have come out with me today. I needed someone to drive the truck for me. Anyway. All right, you going to bed?
No.
We'll go.
Not bedtime yet.
Yeah, we'll be soon. Anyway, yeah, so the boss seaters works really, really well. You got a few maintenance coming in a few years, I guess, but yeah, to be honest with you, I can't fault it. It really does do a great job. Depending on what you want to do, I can go into more depths. Like if you're looking to go through trash, wet conditions, dry conditions, hard conditions, soft conditions, sandy conditions. What are you trying to achieve there, C. Shill? What will you be saying in the compact? So it'll all be wheat. And coming into it this late, we're in June now, so it'll all be wheat. We've got some exciting stuff coming. I'll probably chuck it up on the YouTube. Well, it's sort of exciting. We're putting in some high amylase wheat this year, which is a little bit different. The high amylase wheat is a little bit different to regular wheat, and it produces a little bit better bread than the regular stuff. Something to do with something inside it. I should know, but to be honest with you, my brother's been championing that. He explained it to me once, but I've forgotten. Anyway, if you're interested in it, the high amylase wheat, they will be doing a segment on Landline. They were out here on Thursday doing a segment on it, and you can see my brother and old man doing an interview on it on Landline, probably coming up in the next week or two, maybe. Not sure how Landline work. Do you think the next set system would work in Australian conditions? That's a good question. Yes, yeah, I think it certainly could. I think it could certainly work as a harvester. Yeah, no issues with that. They seem to be quite potent. The harvesting side of it, you could use it for planting, seeding. I'm not sure how those modules go inside. I don't know who makes one. I think. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Let's have a look while we're here. The next set system, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's almost like a tractor and implement in one, but you can use the same tractor to do spraying planting, harvesting, fertilizer spreading, I think. So it's like a 4-in-1. The actual system itself is 1,000 horsepower, I think, and I think it is also battery electric. 2 tracks on either side, or wheels, depending on what you choose. And basically, you only have essentially 1 to 2 sets of wheel tracks every time that you turn, so your tram lines become quite small. And it's an interesting setup. It's a bit like this keyboard like this, and then eventually it can spin like that to actually go down the road. So it's interesting enough. I'm surprised no one hasn't brought one out into Australia. They seem to be just sticking to the European countries at the moment, and fair enough too. It's an interesting thing. Oh, have a bit of a show because there's a nice little video going on here. So that's a corn front for it. But yeah, essentially you just attach whichever piece you want to the same system on either side. For those who haven't seen the next set, yeah, it's an interesting design, plenty of horsepower, very little compaction. But at the end of the day, do you need more than one? Like if I'm sowing, I need a sprayer as well. If I'm sowing, I generally need one if I'm planting. Like it's so something you could have as like a harvester and a chaser bin at the same time. I don't know. I'd really like to see one in action, see one on a farm somewhere and see what they're like. I was interested enough when they first come out, but yeah, there's a lot of moving parts there too. I just wonder about the reliability of them. That's a bit of a cop out, I know, but yeah, there's a lot going on there. Anyway, maybe it's a useful thing going forward the next set. Yeah, I would not like to see the price tag on one of their bad boys, because I reckon it'll blow your socks off. 1,000 horsepower is never cheap anyway. Next set, yeah. So there we go. Tractor, soil cultivation, planting, seeding, fertilise, combine harvester with a combine, and then chassis, plant protections. So propelled spraying vehicle. Yeah, okay. So. Oh, yes, yeah, sorry. It all just does it off one, yeah. Various modules integrated, it says. Electric drive, hydrogen operation under development, ready for the digital age, autonomous operation possible. Yeah. Just looking at that last comment from Troy, so it's interesting comment. The next set system is basically a team system. He's taking it away. How's the moisture going? Got anything falling? No, so I was just saying before, probably going to get 6 mils next Monday, I think, Luke. Hopefully, yes, it was, what was it? I just took it away. 6 mil, I think it was 6 mils and 3 mils or something. So all hands on deck until that arrives on Monday. Saturday, I think it was. Friday, Saturday, sorry. Thought it was Monday, but it's closer than that. Yeah, so yeah, just having a look at this. Have a look at this next set website. So you sort of got tractors on your paddocks wherever you need them to be, but yeah, 60 to 80% of the arable land is driven on, with the next set only less than 5%. So that would give you some serious returns on compaction for sure. Yeah, that's it's certainly an interesting design. I was pretty interested in it when it came out. Someone had a massive video on it when it first came out. So yeah, Anyway, interesting enough. very interesting enough for sure. I think is this where we're headed? I had this same question about headers there not that long ago. Where's the next place for headers to go? And I couldn't answer the question, but I wonder if it's something like this next set system is where we're going to head to. Because the problem I see is we're already at 18 metres. To go to 24 metres is a big jump for a header front. Probably a little bit. I mean, I say it's sort of useless, but I guess we will end up in that realm eventually. But you got to have a monstrous auger, you got to have a monstrous front. You're swinging a lot of weight around the front for no particular reason. At the end of the day, a 60-foot front that's driven 25% quicker is the same as an 80-foot front. So maybe we're heading into a time where fast harvesting's a thing. But generally, with a header, you don't really want to be going much more than 12k. So I don't know, maybe an 80-foot next set's where we're headed. Because they've only got a tiny little auger on the side. Have we got a picture of the actual thing in the harvest mode here somewhere? See if I can find one. We need a gallery. Where's the gallery next it? So that's the carrier vehicle there, as you can see. Did I just turn that off? No. So that's the carrier vehicle. And we're in the harvest mode. Here's the one I was looking at. Show us the thing in action. Here we go. 2 cleaning areas, 4.8 metre separating area, and then 11.8 metre separating area. 11 metre or 4. Oh, yeah, right. So it's 4 and 8 metres, and then 11 metres. That's monstrous, absolutely monstrous. So, yeah, that is monstrous for a header. That's where I see it heading. This is the only time I've ever seen something other than what we've got in traditional headers being a thing now. So I'm just not sure how it's going to go in the future. But cutter bar width is 15 metres, so they will eventually have to take that out to 16 metres at the minimum. But yeah, there's certainly a place for this thing to go to 18 metres for sure. 32 metres worth of grain tank. Holy madooly, that's a lot. 32 metres worth of grain tank. That's like double anything on the market nearly. Swath deposit available. Straw is evenly distributed over the completed work. Unloading rate at 650 litres per second. I reckon that's about what they're at anyway. Unloading in less than 1 minute. Jesus. Enormous throughput for sure. Interesting. Very interesting design of this next set. Few next sets right now running in Canada. Yeah, okay. What did you have any comments when you were running over there, Troy? Did you think it was going to be the next big thing, or did you think there was a few too many things going on there, or what did you reckon of it? And that's the truth, Luke. Yeah. That's 100% the truth. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. You really are in the trees, so to speak, when you're working around with this thing, because as you can see, I'm just looking at a picture of it here. The cab is there. That's the machine. The cab is there. You are in the trees, for sure. You're dodging out around the edge of the trees. You're going to need someone with a good telehandler in front of you, I reckon. So, Clarence Valley. So not getting any rain at the moment. Hopefully we're getting some rain on Friday and Saturday is what I'm thinking. Chance of 6 mil and 3 mil, I think we figured out there before. So yeah, rain hopefully coming soon. For those who weren't here before, we're just, I've been shifting a few bars around today. You might have seen in my latest YouTube. I'm going to go back to shifting them out tomorrow, probably 2 loads, and then I'm going to pass that off to Brady. And I'm going to go sowing, hopefully get through the 200 hectares we need to get through what I need to do in the next, before it rains anyway. 200 hectares, and I need a couple of trucks for that too. How many headers we got? I got 3 at the moment. We got 1 X9 and 2 red ones, and the 2 red ones are just about to be traded on another X9. This is the plan. Like under a pivot, they would have been great because the work's being done, but everything else be a pain. Yeah, that's right. It may be an irrigation block. It'd be pretty handy too. So yeah. Yeah, just reading Troy's comment. The unit I got to run was a redesigned unit from the original prototype. Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, there's a fair bit going on here. Just having a look at there's a slurry module for putting out slurry on the ground as well. There's a fair few different modules now. People are getting on board with it. Let's look, say, what do we got there? Is that, I'm just looking at the sowing and cultivation side of it here now. Let's see who's on board with that. I think from memory, it was Seedhawk got on board with it. Just getting rid of a few randoms. Not so many randoms tonight, so that was good. That's good. And yes, seed up a tank system. So let's have a look at this one. Tank system on the top. Carrier system underneath. Yeah, so Vadistat, that's what I thought. Seedhawk. And 5 to 25 inch row spacing. Furrow clearer. Clearing. Direct seeding possible. Yeah, so that's a planter. This is a seeder. Makes sense. Pneumatic seed drill powered by Vadistat. Planting powered by Vadistat. Disc harrow powered by Vadistat. So you can go harrowing with it too if you really want to. Universal cultivator coming soon, it says. Interesting. I'm glad someone, or a few of them, were getting on there. You ever spread human poo pellets they're selling? Nah, don't spread any shit. And then more randoms coming in here. Hang on. This one off for you too. Anyway, I've got 3 more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to jump off. It's been an interesting little look at the next set. Could be something we're heading towards in the future, maybe. Hopefully. It would be good to have something a little bit different to play with. But yeah, I'd love to see one in Australia. Someone wants to give us a demo, bring it out here. We'll give it a run. I say that to everything. It's a solid unit when you take a look at every design aspect. I would honestly say that is over-designed in terms of reliability and durability. Well, there you go. That's pretty good sign of things to come then. I think, yeah, that would be... That's good to know. It's not something you go, it's just too hard and you just go, oh, I'm not doing this, you know. Yeah. I really do like the lack of compaction design of it. I presume it's pretty good at turning and all that sort of stuff as well. So you do have very compact turning. Could probably turn in a single headland simply because the wheels are so close. And it's so short, like it's not very wide. It's wide, but it's not deep, you know. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. If you're interested, I was just looking at that next ad on Google. You can find it pretty quickly. Very interesting little system and not a bad website, which is more than I can say for about 99% of these manufacturers. So, anyway, I'll I presume you're supposed to say it can chew up corn like nothing you've ever seen. That doesn't surprise me. With that much separating and cleaning air, it's gotta chew. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Thanks, Gavin. We'll see you all next week. If not, we'll see you over on the TikTok one. I usually do a TikTok live from now on. I'll catch you later.